Hey guys, so as you know from my last tutorial, which was Tatiana Romanova from Russia with Love, that the next one logically in our series is going to be Pussy Galore from Goldfinger, who's played by Blackman. And so basically my inspiration for this film, because particularly the movies from the 60s, the James Bond films from the 60s, they pretty much stayed with sort of the same makeup look. It was all very, very neutral, very natural looking. You know, maybe some characters a little bit more eyeliner and a little bit more mascara. So, I mean, after doing two really neutral looks, I was kind of getting a little bit bored. And to be honest with you, I have watched pretty much all the Bond movies at least a dozen times each, if not more. And one of the scenes, particularly from Goldfinger, that really stands out is that there's a scene where Pussy Galore is wearing, it's basically a lavender sort of suit. It's a lavender shirt, and I believe it was a pair of like riding pants. And I just have sort of half a picture here to show you guys. So if you can't see it, that's the one I'm talking about, not that one. And she's basically wearing sort of these lavendery taupey pants and this lavender sort of silk shirt. And that kind of always, when I think of her, that's sort of the outfit that comes to mind. So I decided to play with purples with this look a little bit. So I went with more of a purple, sort of slightly smoky eye look, not super smoky. I again played a lot with lilacs in color and with sort of more of a taupey neutral lilac as well. And her makeup from the movie had a lot of eyeliner and a lot of mascara, so I again stuck with that. And I decided to do something really, really special for the lips, obviously because the name of the movie is Goldfinger, which gold is an ever-present part of the Bond movies, but more so this one than any other movie. So I decided to do something a little funky with the lip. So I went with a nice neutral lip, but as you can see, there's sort of this metallic sheen to it. And basically, I just added like gold eyeshadow or gold pigment to it, just for something fun and different. And it's so easy to do that you can add it to any look. So I'll see you guys with only half the makeup on, and we'll talk a little bit more about how we accomplish this look. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prep for my eye makeup by using my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. Again, much like last time, you can really use any kind of primer you want. I'm just using sort of the standard nude sort of style one, just because that's what I had available at the moment. I was not going to go digging through my makeup collection for any of the other colors. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set my primer with a little bit of setting powder. Again, as normal, if you don't need to, you don't have to do this, but I choose to do it because it's going to make my makeup last longer. And I'm like with my primer, I'm going to apply that to both my upper lash, or my upper lid and my lower lid. Then the two eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be using for this look are the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher, which is an all-purple palette. And I mean, there are some sort of browny colors and blacks and a white in there as well, but it's mostly about the purples. And even though I really don't like this palette, the Marc Jacobs Starlit palette just for one color. So I'm going to start with Petal Pusher, and I'm going to be applying my eyelid color. It's just going to be the standard sort of lavendery, lilac-y eyelid color in the palette. And I'm just going to take a regular eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to apply that all over, blend it up a little bit into the crease. Okay. And then I'm actually going to do my highlight next. You don't have to. And again, I'm just going to take the white highlight. It's actually got sort of a purple iridescence to it. from the same Petal Pusher palette, and I'm going to apply it under my brow bone and in my inner tear duct, which is going to give it a nice sort of color and brightness to the eye. So then I'm actually going to be moving on to my crease, and I'm going to be switching palettes to the Marc Jacobs palette to take this one. This is the metallic lilac, they call it. So if you're opening the palette this way, it's the very one on the end. And I'm just going to take an angled crease brush, and as usual, I'm just going to treat this like I'm doing a cut crease. You know, bring it up maybe a little bit higher. And blend it in, and then I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush and just soften it a little bit. Then I'm going to go back to the Petal Pusher palette for the last time, and I'm actually going to be mixing a couple of shades. I'm going to take both crease shades and this sparkly purple definer, and I'm sort of going to use mainly the dark purple crease shade with a little bit of the sort of sparkly dark color and the definer shade. Knock off any excess, of course. And I'm going to apply that to the outer V. And again, just blend it a bit. Because you're looking for that depth, but you're not looking for like crazy, like out of this world definition from it. So the next couple steps are going to be your eyeliners, and I'm going to start with my waterline because I'm actually going to be using two different eyeliners on my lower portion of my eye. First, I'm going to take Urban Decay 24/7 in Asphyxia, and I'm going to line my waterline with that. This is just sort of a nice metallic, well, not really metallic, it's more iridescent sort of, it's got some blue in it, which is kind of nice. So I'm using that on my waterline just to tie in the purple. And then because it's Goldfinger and we haven't touched on any gold yet, we will be adding it twice in this tutorial. I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Black Gold eyeliner, and that is what I'm going to line my lower lash line with. And if you want, you can top this with a darker eyeshadow after you're done, or you can smudge it out a little bit. I'm just going to leave it like that because I think it's just perfect the way it is. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 liquid liner in Perversion, or if you don't really like a brush style, I recently tried this one out, the Revlon Color Stay. It has a felt tip, which I personally don't care for, but if you do prefer a felt tip to a brush tip, this would be my next choice. Because the formula is very similar. And I'm actually going to do a fairly thick line across my upper lid. And I'm going to wing it. Actually a fair bit. Because Honor Blackman does wear her eyeliner quite winged out as in that particular movie. So finally we are finished with all of our eyeliner. The next step is of course lashes. And I'm going to start off by curling my upper lashes. And then I'm going to use one of my favorite mascara duos right now, the Too Faced Better Than Sex for my upper lashes, and then Stila Forever Your Curl for my lower lashes. Because this is going to give me the thickness and volume that I want in my upper lashes, It's just going to give me the little bit of definition that I want in my lower lashes. Alright, so that's the eyes done. For the cheeks, I wanted to go with something sort of shimmery and peachy colored, so I decided to go with the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Nectar, which is sort of rosy and peachy and gold, has a little sort of gold undertones to it. And I just wanted to apply that to the apples and blend it up. And finally for the lips, this is where that other gold aspect comes into it. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to apply my Tarte lip gloss. This one is in Tipsy, which is a corally color. And I'm actually going to be putting this not directly onto my lips because I'm going to be wanting this in a minute. And I want my lip brush as well. So what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to start by applying I bit my lip earlier, so that's that red that you're seeing there. I'm just going to apply a little bit to my lips. Just take the slightly tacky. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take MAC Pigment in Old Gold. And I'm just going to use a very, very small amount. Again, as per usual, I don't want to taint my pigments, and I'm just going to take sort of a flat, long lip brush, and I'm going to pick up a fair amount of pigment on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of put a little bit in the little eyelips. Again, just to sort of be there and be a little bit noticeable. And then I'm going to go back to my Tarte Tipsy, and I'm really going to put on a thicker coat of it. To really get that glossiness from it. So that's the complete look. Again, it's got that sort of softness to it, but it's got that edge as well. Pop on a pair of false lashes and it's great for night, but it's also classy enough for the day. I just would probably leave out the gold from the lip gloss. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time for Thunderball with Claudine Auger. So that would be Dominique Derval, or Domino as she was better known. So I'll